Hello and welcome back to this week's Optimist Newscast. My name is Sheridan Wood alongside Ryder Maple. Our top stories this week include the International Student Association's International Food Festival, a Student Government Association Town Hall, and a look at the Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament. This is the Optimist Newscast. Dancers in Sanctify Hip Hop Company performed at their dance showcase titled Comeback on Friday and Saturday, the first live showcase since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. But this showcase wasn't just hip hop. The Swing Cats, who also celebrated their 20th anniversary this year, shared the stage with Sanctify. Jazz and hip hop groups from Hardin-Simmons University also performed in the showcase. The International Student Association put on the annual International Food Festival Saturday. The Optimist Elena Willman has an inside look at the festival.
This weekend, students, faculty, and families traveled across the globe, all from the ACU Hunter Welcome Center, as the International Student Association held the International Food Festival. This festival gave attendees an opportunity to enjoy different traditional dishes from all across the world. Vice President of the International Student Association, Daniel Millet, explained how the event allows international students a chance to experience things that remind them of home, as well as allowing international students and faculty an opportunity to share a piece of their culture with others.
I think food is kind of something all cultures have in common. Every culture has food. Almost every international student you ask, what do they miss about home? They'll say the food, sometimes even before the people. And so I think that it's important to learn about other cultures, and I think food is an interesting way to do that.
The festival was extremely successful and completely sold out of all tickets. We can only look forward to this event again, as it is clearly an ACU favorite. This is Elena Willman for The Optimist.
Thanks, Elena. The Student Government Association facilitated its second town hall of the school year in an attempt to create space for conversation between students and administration. Administrators in attendance were Ryan Richardson, Vice President of Student Life, Shannon Kazmarek, Dean of Community Living and Wellness, PJ Martinez, Associate Dean of Student Engagement, Anthony Williams, Chief Diversity Officer, Tamara Long, Vice President for Enrollment and Student Engagement, and Will Beasley, President Schubert's Chief of Staff. Students brought questions to the panel ranging from accessibility concerns in Greek life to construction updates and student events. Up next, Ryder Maple has a weekend sports recap. Ryder?
Thanks, Sheridan. Women and men's basketball wrapped up their regular seasons last week, with the women taking down Seattle University and the men being defeated by Sam Houston State. Both teams traveled to Las Vegas to compete in the Western Athletic Conference tournament. The Optimist sports staff are currently in Las Vegas providing game-by-game updates. The Optimist Kaylee Kahn has a look inside the women's first-round loss against Sam Houston State.
Women's basketball fell a hard loss to the Sam Houston Bearcats 82-81 in Michelob Ultra Arena.
The 8-seed Wildcats fell in a close last-minute three-point conversion to 9-seed Sam Houston for the first round of the Western Athletic Conference tournament in Las Vegas 81-82. The Wildcats started off early with a 13-point run in the first 4 minutes of the game. The ACU defense was able to hold back the Bearcats to only score 11 points in the first quarter. Moving into the second quarter, the Bearcats were able to go on a run, but sophomore guard Zoe Jackson shut them down by scoring 9 points, giving ACU an 8-point lead moving into halftime. Head coach Julie Goodenough talked about how the game did not go the way she wanted it to, but was proud on how the girls played.
Yeah, this was just devastating. What a devastating way to lose a ball game. I felt like we were in control pretty much the whole game, and obviously Sam Houston got some momentum in the fourth quarter. I'm really proud of our team. I thought we did some really good things today. We knew it would be a hard-fought battle with Sam Houston. They're really a tough team, great defensive team, great rebounding team, and we knew that it would probably, come down to some final possessions and just a pretty devastating way to lose a ball game.
Coming out of the half, Sam Houston's offense caused the Wildcat defense to slack, but ACU was able to hold it together by 10 points. With 2 minutes to go, the Wildcats put up a 15-point lead. Yet, Sam Houston turned it around, and with 15 seconds left, the Bearcats closed the game in by 1. Graduate guard Maddie Miller drew a foul to put the Wildcats up by 1, but then the Bearcats tied it and secured a free throw, pushing the final score with 2 seconds left, 82-81. Graduate forward Malia Langstaff was the game's top scorer with 26 points, with Miller close behind with 18. Having possession of the ball between each other is something Langstaff and Miller strive to have to get the rhythm down in the game.
In practice, that's just how me and Maddie, we want the ball in our hands, like Coach said, and I think that my ability to drive is just something that I hang my hat on, so I just kept giving it to him, and I was open, so I just wanted to keep going in, and Maddie is a great, when I get in there and I don't have anyone, kick out 3, and that's just been working for us all season, so just kept going back to it.
Miller and Langstaff closed out their college career with the end of this run. Both players have made a significant impact at ACU, leaving them in the history books. Miller said this journey at ACU has been the best one she has ever experienced.
It's definitely been one of the best journeys I've ever been on. I know that there's a lot to come for me in the future. I'm gonna let myself feel the separation that I'm about to have. But I couldn't have asked for a better group of coaches to get me here and players to play around. Obviously, I loved it to spend 5 years here, and walking away is not going to be easy for me.
The Wildcats closed out their 2023 season with a 15-14 overall record and a 9-9 conference record.
And with that, the 2022-2023 season for women's basketball has come to an end. Here's Carrie Johnston on men's basketball. Carrie?
Thanks, Kaylee. As for men's basketball, they unfortunately suffered a similar fate, falling in the first round of the WAC Conference Tournament to the California Baptist Lancers here in Michelob Ultra Arena.
In the 69-62 loss for the Wildcats, the Lancers threw the first blows by shooting 50% from the three-point line while also earning 7 free throws to ACU's 1, giving them a 6-point lead heading into halftime. CPU eventually grew out its lead to 14 points, but ACU was finally able to convert offensively to cut the lead to 4 points. But in the final minutes, ACU struggled to score, giving the Lancers the win, ending ACU's season.
This is always a tough time of year, especially when you're sitting here after a loss. And we've been blessed as a program to be sitting here on the winning side of this many times. So I know how it feels, to be on the other side of it.
2 Wildcats scored in double digits. Junior guard Hunter Jack Madden scored 11 points while earning a team-high 8 rebounds. Leading ACU in scoring was all-time career steals leader and senior guard Damian Daniels, who finished with 16 points and reflected on his 5-year career at ACU after the game.
It's been a great time at ACU, I would say. Just from the people I've met, relationships we've built, the teams we've had, it's just been a great experience. It's no place like this. Around the country, everybody can talk the talk, but we actually walk the walk with the family, the way we're connected, the stuff we do off the court, things like that. So I would say it's been a great experience at ACU. I'll never forget it.
With the season closing, 6 seniors have played their final games for the Wildcats, with 3 of them potentially having an extra year of eligibility after the COVID-19 pandemic. One of those is redshirt senior Emmanuel Allen, who talked about the team's fight all season after the game.
My biggest takeaway would definitely be just the fact that we never quit throughout the whole entire year. There were a lot of times, especially early in the year, we had an early Vegas trip this year where it didn't go the way we planned, and I feel like a lot of other teams would have shut down and started turning on each other. And instead, we really galvanized ourselves and really got behind each other and really continued to push and keep fighting all the way to the end.
Some other seniors include players like Arion Simmons and Joe Pleasant, who were essential to ACU's 2021 NCAA tournament win over the University of Texas, and ACU's all-time winningest duo in Daniels and guard Tobias Cameron, who Tanner said should earn spots in ACU's Hall of Fame and will be missed.
The championships that they've won, their legacy was set before this year ever started. And so how we finish this today does not change what their legacy is at ACU. These guys are Hall of Fame people at Abilene Christian. They're going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm going to make sure of it. But I don't think I'm going to have to fight real hard. The hardest part for me is not ending a season. I've been a part of 24 seasons as a coach, and then many more as a player. It's that I don't get to coach
And with that, the 2022 to 2023 season for men's basketball comes to an end. Ryder, back to you.
Thanks, Carrie. ACU softball was at Mississippi State on Friday and Saturday, competing in the Snowman tournament. The Wildcats lost to both Mississippi State and Murray State, but balanced their weekend record out by taking 2 wins against Dartmouth. After this tournament, the team's record stands at 6-15. Softball will be traveling to the GCU tournament for March 10th, 11th, and 12th. The Wildcats took down Houston Christian University in a 3-1 series over the weekend. ACU swept the Huskies in the first 3 games, but lost on Sunday 7-8. Miller Ladisau, Garrett Williams, and Grayson Taterow all stood out as impact players during the series. Left fielder Taterow totaled 10 RBIs across the weekend. The Wildcats now prepare to face off against Stephen F. Austin in a home series starting on Friday. That's all for this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Ryder Maple.
And I'm Sheridan Wood. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.